Hey everybody, and welcome to a brand new edition of Disney the Noble Way. Yay! Okay, so Maria and I just got back from Disneyland. It was our 5-year wedding anniversary, and of course we went to Disneyland. I mean, come on now. It was a really awesome trip. The one thing I will say this year is it was a little busy for being the end of September. Generally, when we go, I always tell people September's like the month to go. Because everybody's gone back to school, college kids, high schoolers, little kids, everything, and yeah, it was pretty busy. I mean, it wasn't like summertime, like going in July or August busy, but it was still pretty busy for September. I was actually really surprised. Now I do know that during the month of September and October, they do Halloween time. It's a Mickey's Halloween time. And, they do special decorations. They revamp the Haunted Mansion for Nightmare Before Christmas. Space Mountain gets transformed into Space Mountain Ghost Galaxy. So that can kind of pull crowds. The other thing that I was thinking, and I'm curious what you guys think as well. So if you have any advice on this, throw it in the comments section. With the new option, it's not new anymore. It's been going on for a few years now, but the monthly payments for the annual passes, like I know for me, that is what kind of tipped me over the edge for Maria and I to get annual passes, because paying monthly is very manageable and it's easy compared to that upfront cost, which, it's not that I don't got it, but it's just, that's a lot of money. And I think it's encouraging people to get annual passes, which if you are an annual pass holder, it encourages you to go to the park every chance you get. So I'm just wondering if that might be the reason for the boosted attendance. So I don't know. What do you guys think? So that's something. I don't know why I'm scratchy. I swear I'm not on meth or something. I'm like, Disneyland. But we had a really good trip. What was really neat on the 27th, which was the day of our anniversary, the Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage reopened. It's been closed for like a year and a half, maybe 2. So if you've been to the park in the last couple of years and saw those giant walls around the lagoon, those are gone. The ride has reopened. It's got some new added effects. They did a lot of touch-up to the paints and the plumbing and stuff. It's the first real revamp that they've done of that ride since 2007, when it became the Finding Nemo adventure. Before that, it was nothing for several years. The original attraction that was in there, which opened in 1959, that ran for decades, and then they closed it down. The subs were running on diesel engines, and it just wasn't very eco-friendly, and there was a lot of things wrong with the attraction, so they closed it down and revamped the whole ride. It's actually really cool. I was doing some research on it. The submarines are actually solar powered, and they run through electricity, so they're not diesel anymore. All that stuff's gone. They've revamped those, and this was back in 2007. I'm not saying they did this now, but the one thing that they did do this time, and I guess it's something that for the last several years they've been doing this, anytime that they drain a large body of water in Disneyland, like Small World, the World of Color water area over in California Adventure, or the lagoon in Disneyland, it goes into its own reservoir in Orange County and gets chemically treated, and so it doesn't just get released back into the sea, and then they got to spend, it's like, it's probably like 100,000 gallons of water or something to fill that thing. And, if you're in California, you know that we're in a water shortage right now. We're in a drought. So I thought it was really cool. They pump that into a reservoir. They don't get rid of it. They keep it, and they just chemically treat it like a swimming pool. And then when they're ready to refill that large body of water attraction, they just pump it right back in. So they're not losing any water. They're not, taking our valued water. It's actually really, really cool. Because I always hear from people who are just, I don't want to say ignorant, because they just don't know, because I'm crazy and I take the time to actually read this crap. But it always bugs me, the comments like, "Oh, Disneyland, they waste so much water. Pirates of the Caribbean, can you imagine how much water they waste on that ride?" It's like, no, it's recycled water. It's the same water that was there like 5 years ago. It doesn't go anywhere. It stays in the ride. It's like your swimming pool. Do you drain your pool and fill it up every weekend? No, you don't. So I digress. Anyway, but I thought that was really cool. They drained the whole lagoon for this revamp a couple years ago, and they were doing all the redid a lot of the animatronics and digital effects and stuff, repainted everything, and then filled it right back up with this recycled water. It was really cool. So, but that's reopened. Check it out on your next trip to Disneyland. It's really cool. I enjoy it. It's a little claustrophobic, but it's fun. One other thing that I did, the pizza port in Tomorrowland. I have always said I love the food at Disneyland. Like, I love the food at Disneyland. There really hasn't been anything that I ate that I was like, ugh, horrible, but Pizza Port. The Pizza Port pizza, let's put it this way. I would rather eat Chuck E. Cheese pizza. Yes, Chuck E. Cheese pizza than Pizza Port pizza. It looks delicious. It absolutely does. It is deceiving. Don't eat it. I gave it another try. Maria and I were just like, you know what? We haven't technically tried this place. We're kind of going off of past, memories of what this place tasted like. Let's try it again. Yep, it was still bad. Don't eat there. The one thing that I did try there, which is cool. I didn't even know they did that. I thought it was just all pizza. They have pasta. They have like creamy chicken Alfredo, and it's so good. And then they have like mac and cheese, and then they have some other spaghettis and stuff. So their salads and their other pastas are awesome. So if you're looking for a pasta fix in the park, Pizza Port's great for that. Just not the pizza. Remember that. Do not be deceived. Even though that pizza looks really good, don't do it. It is a waste of money. All right? It is just, you might as well just put it right in the toilet. So, yeah, Pizza Port. Other than that, I mean, it was a really great trip. For those of you going in the holiday season during the month of October, be sure to check out the calendar through Disneyland.com. It's right there in the links up at the top where they sell tickets and stuff. On Fridays and I believe on some Tuesdays, they do the Mickey's Halloween Time. It is a ticketed event, which means even though you bought a ticket for that day, this is a separate ticketed event, which costs like $60 or something. And the park closes at 7 o'clock. So make sure if you're planning a trip and it's your first one in a while, make sure you look at that calendar first before you book everything so you know what you're going in for. Because if you're one of those people like me who likes to stay till the park closes at 7 on these days. So make sure you check the calendar unless you're going to be buying one of those tickets. And it is cool. It's you can dress up and they have like dance parties and stuff like that and special fireworks for the holidays for Halloween time. So it's really cool, but it is an extra expense, and if you're not willing to make that expense, the park closes at 7. The only good thing is California Adventure will stay open till about midnight. So that is the first, because usually California Adventure only stays open till about 10. So be sure to check that out. It's really cool, and and be aware. Outside of that, I've got a few videos coming up that I'm working on because I'm trying to add, dazzles and speckles and special effects and music, and actually be on the map with the rest of YouTubers out there who post way better videos than mine. So I'm working on that. That's to come. So yeah, have a good day, and post in the comments if you have anything. All right, bye.